All right, let's dive right into this, shall we? AI chatbots for lead generation. I know, I know. You're just as eager as I am to unpack this. You've sent some really interesting stuff our way. And we're gonna dissect it all.
I'm seeing some real game changers in the mix.
Totally. In fact, one study, I think it was from, I mentioned source name, blew my mind. They found that companies using these AI chatbots for lead generation are seeing a 40%, hold on, a 40% higher conversion rate from just website visitors to, get this, qualified leads. 40%. That's huge.
It's not even just about the quantity, though, right? It's the quality. Remember those old website forums, so impersonal? This is different. It's like having a tailored conversation.
Yeah, like a 24/7 salesperson who just gets it.
Exactly. And so much more advanced than those, basic chatbots from a few years back. NLP, natural language processing, it's a game changer.
NLP. Okay, now break that down for me.
So picture this. A chatbot that can actually analyze, say, if a user is getting frustrated.
Really?
Yeah. It reads their sentiment and then, boom, adjusts its tone, to be more soothing, more helpful, just like a human would.
Okay, that's next level. So it's not just understanding what we're saying, but how we're saying it.
You got it. And there's more. We're also talking intent recognition now.
All right, you're going to have to explain that one.
Basically, it's like the chatbot can read between the lines.
Yeah.
Figures out what a user wants, even if they don't directly say it.
Okay, now that is cool, but how does it actually work in practice?
Let's say someone's on your website, right?
Yeah.
And they type pricing into the chatbot. Now, a really smart AI chatbot, it'll use that intent recognition, put two and two together, and realize, oh, they probably want to see our pricing plan.
So it cuts out all the searching around, all that hassle.
Exactly. It guides them straight to the information they need, maybe even offers them a personalized quote.
No more getting lost in a maze of menus. Makes for a way smoother customer journey.
Right. And that personalized touch, that's huge for building that initial trust, that engagement, which is what lead generation is all about, right?
Okay, so we've established these AI chatbots. They're light years ahead of where they used to be. They can capture leads in a way that feels, well, way more human. But how do they actually make sure those leads are worthwhile? That they're actually worth pursuing further down the line?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about gathering any old information. It's about qualifying it.
So like a virtual gatekeeper weeding out the maybes from the, yeah, definitely.
You got it. Picture this. The chatbot's having this conversation with a website visitor, right? And it's asking these really smart questions.
Give me an example. What kind of questions are we talking about?
Things like, what's your biggest marketing challenge right now? Or maybe, how many leads are you currently generating each month? That sort of thing.
Okay, so it's gathering those crucial intel pieces right from the start.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. Based on those answers, the chatbot can actually give each lead a score.
A score, like a rating system.
Yeah. It shows you how interested they are, how potentially valuable they could be to your business.
So instead of just a giant list of names, you're getting, it's almost like prioritized leads.
Think of it as a shortcut. You see the hottest leads first, the ones most likely to convert.
That is smart. No more sifting through hundreds of maybes. Talk about working smarter, not harder, huh?
And the best part, all that data, it allows businesses to get really, really specific with how they follow up.
You mean like hyper-personalized emails?
Exactly. This is what takes it to the next level.
Okay, this is all amazing in theory, but I need a real-world example here. Do you have any stories about companies using this kind of AI chatbot magic?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, mentioned source name, had this fascinating case study about a software company. He started using an AI chatbot, and their qualified leads, get this, they went up by 200%.
200%. Okay, now that's just impressive. What was their secret sauce?
Well, one thing they did that was really smart, they connected their chatbot to their CRM system.
So everything's talking to each other, all that valuable data is flowing.
Seamless integration. And you can imagine what that does for their sales team, right?
Knowing exactly who to target, when, with what message. It'd be like having superpowers.
It's like having a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
But even with all those qualified leads, you still got to nurture them, right?
Okay, yeah, capturing the lead is just the first step. How do these AI chatbots help actually turn those leads into paying customers?
It's all about personalization. Think of it like this. Let's say a lead mentions they're interested in a specific product feature. The chatbot remembers that. And later on, it sends them an email with, a case study about that exact feature, or maybe some testimonials, maybe even a special offer.
So it's all about striking while the iron's hot, giving them that extra nudge at just the right time?
Think of it like a really, really good salesperson. They remember those little details, those personal touches. That's what makes the sale.
Makes them feel valued, not just like another number. But I do wonder, is there a risk of, going overboard?
Like bombarding them with too much information.
Yeah. Where's that line between being helpful and being, well, annoying? It's a delicate balance for sure.
It really is. But that's where the beauty of this data comes in, right?
Yeah.
AI, chatbots, they're tracking everything, open rates, click-through rates, even how long someone's spending on a certain part of your website.
So you can actually see what's working and what's not.
Exactly. And then you tweak, you adjust, you refine. It's all about making sure that chatbot is working in perfect harmony with your overall strategy.
It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal.
No way. It's dynamic, it's evolving, it's all about learning as you go. And speaking of learning, let's talk about integration for a sec.
Okay, yeah, we touched on it earlier with that software company connecting their chatbot to their CRM.
Right. But imagine this. A chatbot that's not just talking to your CRM. It's chatting with your email platform, your customer support software, maybe even your analytics dashboard.
So it's like this central hub, this brain that's got its finger on the pulse of everything.
Precisely. And that's where you get those really amazing, those seamless customer experiences. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone buys something through your chatbot, right? Then a week later, they've got a question.
Oh, okay, so they go back to the chatbot.
Exactly. And the chatbot, because it's integrated with everything, it knows their entire history, their purchase, their preferences, maybe even past questions they've asked.
Talk about personalized service.
And efficient, too, right? No more digging through files or transferring between departments. It's all right there.
But let's be real. For a business that's just starting out with AI chatbots, this probably seems like a lot.
It can feel overwhelming, but the key is, and this is something your sources emphasized, start small.
Don't try to boil the ocean on day one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe focus on just website lead capture first. Get comfortable with that, gather some data, and then boom, you start adding more pieces to the puzzle.
It's like building a house, brick by brick.
I like that. And as you're building, it's super important to remember the ethical side of things, too.
Oh, absolutely, especially with all this talk about data and personalization.
Transparency is key. Users should always know they're interacting with an AI, not a human. And then there's the issue of bias in data. We got to make sure these chatbots are being trained on data that's fair, that's representative.
Yeah, we don't want to accidentally create any digital biases.
Exactly. It's a constant conversation, a constant evolution.
Well, this has been quite the deep dive, and honestly, I think we've only just scratched the surface. But one thing's for sure, AI chatbots, they're changing the game when it comes to lead generation.
It's a whole new world of possibilities.
Then it's only getting more exciting, more sophisticated.
The future is conversational.
I love it. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. If you're as intrigued by this as we are, and I know you are, head over to our website. We've got a ton of resources waiting for you there. And be sure to tune in next time. We'll be diving into another fascinating topic. Until then, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and most importantly, keep those amazing ideas coming.